mentioned in my previous review that I would be reviewing Interstellar next, so here we are. This time I have brought fellow film reviewee Miss Moose to help with this review. I have seen a few films with Miss Moose myself.
Yes, it's true. We've watched some seriously good films together.
I'll say we have, so welcome back to another film review by TP Trailers 2. As I said, this time we will be reviewing Chris Nolan's Interstellar, and before we do, in case you're in a hurry, I thought we should say our very quick opinions on the film. Was it good, bad, or meh?
Oh, yes, I think it was very good.
My thoughts exactly, so without any further ado, let's review. I'm not going to do a plot this time. I only did the plots because the actual review part was so short, but this time I have someone else with me, and I have a lot to say anyway. Watch the film if you want to follow what we're saying. Now, how was it? Should we do negative or positive aspects first?
Negative first.
Well, as we usually do positives first, this will definitely spice things up on stage, eh? So you go first with your negatives.
Okay, first of all, I thought it was too intense for my sensibilities. So I'm glad we split it into parts. There was a lot of tension in the music. Also, I didn't really feel like the actors or the director did a bad job at all. It was really well done, but I think the premise of the film that they need to go to space was sort of silly because for the same price they spend on risking all that money, time, and resources on sending people to outer space, they could have done a better job staying on Earth, digging through the Earth to find a way to make it work underground or something. Do you think that's valid?
I agree the music did get intense and sometimes was louder than the dialogue itself. I think I'll talk more about the specific music stuff in a minute. Also, though, I disagree about this idea you had with space. I feel that if the blight was so bad, the air so bad, going to another planet with air is really the only option. I also think that bringing all people to a planet in spaceships is maybe surprisingly less expensive than moving all humans underground, so it actually would make sense to me. I want to move on to some of my negatives, but first, do you have any other negatives?
Yeah, I'll tell you. It's hard to think of negatives, but actually, this is a pretty big negative, and that is that at times it was terribly difficult to find out what the heck was going on and why and what and who, that kind of thing. But maybe that all kind of added to the mysterious nature of the film, where things kind of fall into place and make sense in the end.
Well, on the first watch, I did kind of feel that, but I sort of got it a lot more on the second watch. But anyways, my negatives included, as I said before, the music being too loud at some parts, some scenes maybe not being needed, some confusing things.
One more negative, the ending. It's not satisfying for me because we don't see Cooper reunite with Brand on Edmund's planet. It would have been really nice to feel a bit upbeat at the end, to see her face light up, instead of the heavy, lonely feeling she was in.
She had the robot with her.
I don't know if we count that.
So anyways, do I have any other negatives? I don't get how future humans made the wormhole, because if all humans were going to die and the wormhole was the last hope, how would humans from the future be able to be in that other solar system without the plot of this film? I don't know, maybe a few people did live underground. This is part of the mind-bending thing. But anyways, let's move on to positives.
In a way, the negatives are all positives, if you know what I mean. It's a style. Certainly had a great effect on me and made me think a lot about these time and space manipulations. The robot Tars was entertaining. Everything was very cinematic and striking. The acting was stellar, just like the movie Interstellar. I feel like it was a bit funny the way Cooper talked in a bit of a whisper.
Mumbled?
But it sort of added to the character, though Murph was an excellent actress, especially the younger one, though, and fully embraced her character. And you could feel the pain that she had, like it was real for her, that her father was leaving.
So yeah, I think I agree with a lot of that. The actors and actresses were very good. I like McConaughey in basically everything I see him in, Sing included.
You didn't even see him. It was just a koala in that one.
That's true, but the main point is that he is a very good actor. I love his voice, and all the other actors were also good. Amelia Brand was one of the best characters in this film, though she can't top Cooper. And yeah, Murph was a very good actress, child or old lady.
The acting in the old lady wasn't that great to me. She didn't look like she was holding any of the pain and was just saying lines. She looked a bit too happy. Oops, I'm not supposed to be saying any negatives.
Though I think it makes sense she was happy because her father returned.
Yes, it was great she got to see her father again.
Yep. So here are some other positives I have. Tars, yeah, a great sarcastic robot. I like the humor mode, and how he doesn't look humanoid at all.
Looks like a vending machine or something. I don't know.
The other two astronauts, Doyle and Romilly, were good, especially Romilly because we didn't get to see much of Doyle. And lastly, Mann was a good antagonist, and the first time around, I was not expecting him to be the one to try killing Cooper.
Yeah, I did not see that one coming. That's for sure.
So the visuals were great. I liked the water planet with the huge waves, as well as the snowy planet. As well as Edmund's planet, which we didn't see much of. That is the planet with life, I guess. So yeah, sure, I feel bad for Brand that Edmunds died, especially because she loved him. I liked the music. So many of the tracks were great, but if I have to choose, I'm going to go for these. Cornfield Chase,
It's brilliant that you know the names of those songs, that you did the research. That's so cool.
Thanks. Where was I? Stay, the first one.
Go for main engine start. T-minus 10.
Dad!
9.
Dad!
8.
Mountains. Day 1. And Detach. All great songs by Hans Zimmer. You should check them out. Now let's talk scenes. The scene where Dr. Mann tries boarding the Endurance.
Dr. Mann, do not, I repeat, do not open the hatch. I repeat, do not open the hatch. If you open the hatch, the airlock will depressurize.
There is a moment.
10 feet out. Cooper, we are lined up.
Initiating spin.
The mountain scene.
Where's the mountains?
Those aren't mountains. They're waves.
As well as the wormhole scene were some of the most intense. While the stay scene.
I figured out the message. One word. Stay. It says stay, Dad. No idea. Oh!
I love you forever, and I'm coming back.
Detach scene.
Ranger 2, prepare to detach.
What? No! No! Cooper!
3.
Cooper, what are you doing?
Newton's third law. You gotta leave something behind.
You told me we had enough resources for both of us.
We agreed, Amelia. 90%.
The Tesseract scene.
Stay! Make him stay, Merv. Don't let me leave, Merv. Don't let me leave, Merv.
Cooper watching video calls of his children.
And And today I'm the age you were when you left. So it would be a real good time for you to come back.
And the ending are the most emotional.
Nobody believed me, but I knew you'd come back.
How?
Because my dad promised me.
This film, besides being intense and having funny moments, has a strong emotional core. I mean, Brand even says something about love, but I really do like Cooper and Murph's relationship, as well as Brand realizing Cooper is sacrificing himself. I liked the philosophical themes. Those are really nice and make you think, as Miss Moose said. Is there anything else? No, I think that's it. Do you have anything else?
No, I think that's it. It was interesting. Very, very interesting.
So to sum it up, this film was fantastic and mind-blowing, emotional yet epic, funny yet cinematic. I cannot do it justice unless I give it a 10 out of 10. What would you give it?
As somebody who is very particular about movies that end on a good note personally, I just can't give it the 10 out of 10 it deserves. But my opinion has changed because I'm not totally loving the ending.
Oh, so what are you going to give it?
Just a 9. A solid 9. It was outstanding for what it was.
And if they fixed the ending, you would have given it a 10?
Possibly a 10, possibly, if they did it right.
Yes, I absolutely agree it could have been better if they did have that type of ending, but because all in all the movie was so amazing, I still keep my 10 out of 10 scores strong. Also, I don't exactly mind so much if the endings are not the happiest, as long as they aren't depressing, and this wasn't depressing.
But it is depressing because it means Earth, though not the people, was abandoned. And I like Earth, and I don't want to think about moving to another scary unknown place, somewhere across the galaxy.
Yeah, there's a huge universe out there, with lots of galaxies. But anyways, I didn't find it depressing, I found it inspirational. I think it's underrated on Rotten Tomatoes. Though, as we can see, not everyone calls it a masterpiece. So, in conclusion, we have a solid recommendation for you to go watch this film. If you hate it, you can personally blame me. Thanks, Miss Moose, for joining us. Until next time, and we'll see you in another one. Unless it's just me next time.
I love you forever. I love you forever. And I'm coming back. I'm coming back.